So this is Eric, and we're gonna go take a look, make sure this guy is okay. Yay, he's doing okay. Aww. So yeah, you can see our Kita got to him. Our vet said to do this method for brumation, and this is the shoebox method. Because he did have injuries, usually you're supposed to let them brumate outside naturally with his enclosure and then his little tunnel. But since he did get injured right before his brumation period, our vet advised to do this. It's 90 degrees, you guys. I'm gonna put him in now. Hi, Eric. I know. I'm sorry, buddy. We're going to put you in the warm water so you can get hydrated. So our vet advised to put him in warm water for 15 minutes so he can get the hydration he needs. And I'm just going to splish splash some water on his shell. There you go. I know. I'm sorry, buddy. And I believe we don't even have to feed him, but I'm going to look at the text again because I got a nice text of how to soak your tortoise from the vet. They are amazing. They are at Aloha Animal Hospital here in Las Vegas, and they're one of the few only exotic vets. So we took our turkey there. We also took him there, and they're super knowledgeable and super awesome. So I'm just gonna let him soak in here for 15 minutes, and yeah, I'll let you guys I don't know. So, I should talk about why I got a tortoise in the first place. So when Scotty and I bought this place, the previous owner, we went to go walk the property before we put in an offer. And we took our boys and we walked the property, and in the backyard, underneath the play set, there was a enclosure and there was a tortoise in there. And the previous owner, he was Chinese, so he couldn't speak English, but we were able to communicate with, not sign language, but we were able to communicate through pointing hands and stuff. So he pointed at the turtle and he said tortoise. And I was like, oh my gosh, so cool. And then he showed me his garden. He was growing bok choy, Chinese green onions. It was really hard to understand his language though. I am Chinese too, and I wish I had picked up another language, but I didn't. So it was really cool that he showed me that tortoise, and I was hoping that they would leave it, but I already knew that they were going to take him. So they had a desert tortoise in the backyard, and then I knew from that moment that I wanted this house because of their garden, the endless opportunities that the backyard offers with so much space and land. I was like, oh my gosh, I can low-key have my mini farm, you know? And so I did not want chickens at all. That was not part of my future. But ever since buying this house, I was like, gosh, we got to do something with this land. So we ended up doing that. And I should actually time this so I know for sure. So it is 8:14. So I would say he was in there for 2 minutes. So we'll say 15. So we'll just take him out at 8:30. So that's how my tortoise infatuation, and it's crazy too, because when I was in high school, I literally had an obsession with turtles and tortoises. I would always draw them, and it was because I believe someone said I looked like a turtle, and I think just from there I was like, oh cool, I guess, you know. So I just loved turtles ever since, and I never thought that I would actually have 5 tortoises and 8 turtles in our pond. So we were having a fish problem in our front yard because we have a pond in our front yard, and we had tons of fish when we first bought the place. I think there was 17 fish in there, and then they had babies, and then the babies had babies. And so we were just over flooded with so many fish, for the year that we were here. And I was like, okay, we got to do something about this. So I researched fish population, how to control it, and they said, I was Googling, and it said to get turtles, pond turtles. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, I always wanted turtles, you know, but never really thought about getting one because I don't want to keep them in tanks because we've tried that before and it was just stinky and ugh, you know. So this pond just allowed us to have turtles. So I ended up rescuing a bunch of turtles from the Animal Foundation and just random people who needed to get rid of their turtles. And I had to research how to take care of them. And then I eventually came across the sulcata tortoise, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need one of those. And they're huge, you know, they can get up to like 200 plus pounds. So our Big Papa is 80 pounds. And at first, you guys, it was so funny. I thought he was a female because the previous owners thought she was a female. So they named her, I forget, Big Bertha or something. And I was like, oh, that's cute. But I wasn't feeling it. So I named her Big Mama. And I found out that Big Mama was Big Papa because he flashed me. Oh my gosh. It was so funny too, because I had it on record, and he flashed me because I was like doing a video on him because I was so infatuated that he was peeing urates. And that's super normal for tortoises to do, especially during this hot Vegas weather that we had. And so I was also researching like how to care for tortoises that pee urates. And urates is like the hard, acidic pee. It's like a white, hard rock powder. It's the craziest and weirdest thing. So that means that they're dehydrated and a few other things too. I think like whatever, but because tortoises don't naturally drink water, so you have to like give them water as much as you can to have access to it, but they don't drink it. So I've learned that you have to soak them in the summertime 2 to 3 times a week. So that's what our summer consists of. We had to soak all 5 tortoises. So we had different size buckets like this, and Big Papa was such a stinker. He would not let me soak him. So I was like, dang it, bro, what the heck, you know? So I had to learn ways to get him to drink water and soak. So we got this big turtle thing where it's like a turtle spray water thing for little kids, and I would put him in there. He would stay in there for like 2 seconds. So I had to like literally hold him in there so he doesn't move. And then the water would spray in, so it would get on his shell and stuff like that. And then literally every day I would soak him with our hose and just allow him to get the water that way. And then I would bring him a bowl of water every day, like 2 to 3 times a day, and just give him water. And he would just literally dunk his head in there and drink water. And I've been told that tortoises drink through their nose. And I think it's true because I saw him dunk his nose and then he would sniff up the water. So that was really cool to see. I was like mind blown. I'm learning so much, you guys, having tortoises and chickens and all that, because this was not part of my plan really, but it just kind of evolved and I just kept on rescuing more tortoises. And so it started off with Squirtle, and he's a Russian tortoise, and right now we cannot find him. He's in our backyard somewhere, or we think that a hawk might have gotten him, but I don't think so. I really think he's somewhere in our backyard. I'm praying and hoping for the best that he is under the ground somewhere, because they do brumate or hibernate for about 6 months, I believe, for Russian tortoises. He's this big. He's about 4 years old. I got him from the Animal Foundation, and so that's what we are learning. And then I got my second turtle or tortoise that was Big Papa, and so the previous owner passed away, and he was being fostered by the friend of the one who passed away. So they put him on tortoisegroup.org, and that's where I was able to find him. And so if you go to tortoisegroup.org, there's a spot where it says, if you scroll to the side, scroll down, and it says rehome. That's where you can look for people who are rehoming their tortoises. And I'm super grateful that I got him for free, because they usually are around, 1,500 plus. They can go up to 3,000 just for one tortoise, because of his age and size. He's about 80 pounds. He's 40 years old. And so then I got him, and then I got Tiny Tim, which is a leopard tortoise. He's a tiny little thing, so cute. And hold on, wait, that's 3, 4. Before Tiny Tim, I got Shelly. Shelly is a 2-year-old sulcata. She's about 2.5 now. At the time, I believe she was 10 or 15 pounds, and she's heavy. She's getting so heavy. So sulcatas do not brumate or hibernate. So We brought her inside because she is tiny. She's like 15 pounds. She's probably like the size of Eric, but a lot thicker. So her shell height and everything is a lot thicker. But she is right now in her cave right now. They do not brumate or hibernate, so they have to have access to water and food at all times and stay in a controlled environment. So because she is smaller, we did bring her inside. And then with Big Papa, we got him a heater and we insulated his home. He has a home outside and his heater is on 24/7 to be set at 80 degrees. And this is perfect weather for him, or that's the perfect temperature for them, because at night in Vegas, it can drop down to the 30s during the winter. So yeah, I'm learning so much, y'all. And I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and just learning and growing with me, because I'm learning, I'm Googling, YouTubing all of this and getting vet advice straight from our vet. So it's really cool to be able to share what I'm learning with you guys. My goal and vision and dream for our YouTube channel is to share what we're learning and growing and share it with you all, so we can teach you guys and educate you guys on how to homestead in here in Vegas, because it's hard, you know, especially with this heat, the extreme weather, and sometimes it drops to 30s, and then also in the summer it gets to like 118 degrees. So I'm learning and growing and trying to find vegetables and animals that can stand this weather, and a desert tortoise is one of them. I forgot, what was I gonna say? So I got Squirtle, who's a Russian tortoise. Then I got Big Papa, who is a sulcata. And then I got Shelly, who is a sulcata. Oh, and then Tiny Tim, who's a leopard tortoise. He's about a year and a half. He's 2 now about. Look at Eric, how cute. He's poking his head out. He's so adorable. And then I got him. And then it stopped. I was actually looking into getting an Aldabra. Like, I was so close. I was like, bro, I need to get an Aldabra. But I had to once I got chickens, I realized oh my gosh, homesteading is where it's at, because as much as I love my tortoises, they don't provide or produce food or eggs like chickens do. So I ended up with 4 chickens, and then ended up with 17 hens, 1 turkey, and 1 rooster. So we're almost at that limit to how much we can have, because we're zoned to have 20 hens, 5 roosters, and 2 livestock. So we are super excited. We have been researching animals that provide milk. So I am still in that early stage of researching animals that produce milk. And the only reason why I don't want to do it is because I have to breed them to get the milk. Literally, I was years old when I found out that cows need to be bred to have milk. So I don't know why I thought this, but I thought milk with cows or goats, like any female had milk. It was like an endless supply. Just like how chickens, they just laid eggs naturally without having a male. But no, to get milk, you have to breed, they have to have the babies, and then that's how the mama produces milk. Like mind blown, you know? I don't know why I thought that, but it's just like humans, you know? So I think that, hi buddy. I know, we're getting you the water, okay? We want you to be healthy and happy. Okay? So yeah, I should get him, I think he just tooted because the water bubbled. That's funny. But I don't know what I was talking about. I could just talk forever, you guys. But yeah, so I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, so yeah, so milk with goats and cows. I don't know what animal we're gonna get just yet, because since we're zoned to have 2 livestock, you best believe I'm gonna get that. So I was thinking about getting a pig and raising it to eat, but everyone says that they know that I wouldn't be able to kill it, or butcher it, I should say. So I think I want to do a Highlander cow for milk, and they're just the cutest things ever, but they're really expensive. And I don't know if I'm ready to wrap my head around having an animal to breed to have milk. Sounds extremely it sounds like a lot of work. So I'd rather just buy it because it's milk I don't drink that much of. So, but I hear making goat milk or goat milk soap and all that good stuff is really amazing. So I would love to try that as well because I do have eczema on my hands, and that'd be really cool to see if that would help with it. But I don't know. I want to be able to utilize the land that we have because we're on half an acre, you guys. So I am learning to garden, how to raise chickens, and possibly an animal that creates milk. I just don't know yet. But I'm also looking into getting an emu or an ostrich, just because we have the land. I mean, half an acre doesn't sound like a lot, but to us, that's a lot. It's a lot to us. And I'm just having fun. I'm enjoying learning and growing and just taking you all along the journey because I have no idea what I was doing or getting myself into, but I'm freaking enjoying it. I'm about to be 40 this year, so I'm just like living my life. I'm having the time of my life learning how to homestead, and I just wish I could do this full time and just capture and document, but you know, I gotta pay the bills. So that's why co-hosting comes into work and why real estate is really important, because real estate allows me and Scotty to have the time freedom that we have. Scotty hasn't worked as a nurse in it's been about 7 or 8 months. So it's nice to be able to see him relax, but he's also getting his real estate license. So we can have access to the MLS and also be that funnel to where we can close deals, because I have a lot of leads because I co-host for an investor, and they're mostly all midterm rentals. So a lot of people are moving here from different states, like especially California. So they're moving here and they're staying at one of the properties I co-host, and they're looking for properties to buy. So I'm like, gosh, I wish one of us had our license. So I actually signed up to get my license and get my property manager's license, but I realized I don't have the time to do all that right now. So Scotty ended up taking he's going through the testing and all that stuff. So he's going to get that. And I'm still debating if I should get my license, because there's so much opportunity here, especially in Vegas. And I love house hunting. I love looking at homes. I love comping. I love analyzing. I'm still learning how to analyze deals. It's a lot of work and hard for me because my brain just doesn't work like that. So whatever house I see or anything, I give it to Scott, and he tries to analyze it. So that's one thing that I need to learn, is how to analyze deals. So yeah, I talked for 15 minutes, y'all. That's crazy. Get him dry. There you go. He's pretty dry. That was fast. You don't want to go back into the box, huh? Hold on. Okay, so I got some Timothy hay. It was outside. I have like a whole bucket of it. Bought it in bulk. Put that down. And then put him inside. And then he's off. So go back to nap. And then I'll check on him in 2 weeks. But I do check on him like once a week. Tickle his leg to make sure he's okay and alive. I know, buddy. I'm going to let you sleep again. So that's how you check on your tortoise and brumate them for the winter season if you're doing the shoebox method. This is the shoebox method. So make sure you ask your reptile vet, your exotic vet, the best way to do your soaks and how to do it. Because for us, ours is advised to do warm water, 90 degrees for 15 minutes, and then let them get their hydration, and then also no need to give food because the water's enough. Their body knows how to shut down for the season. So we are going to do that and then put them back. And there you go. Good night. So this is Shelly. She feels like 15, a good 15 pounds still, maybe 20. So I rewarmed the water and then also making sure she's doing okay. Also gonna give her the food because they do not brumate or hibernate. So she's indoors in her little enclosure inside. So I'm just gonna let her sit and relax. But she's so cool. She's very shy though. She's a shy tortoise. So I'm hoping one day when she gets bigger, she'll come out her shell. Get it? Okay. But yeah, we're just gonna let her sit for 15 minutes. We got Tiny Tim here, and he is so teeny tiny. He's about 2.5 years old, and we're gonna give him a little soak. So as you can see the size comparison to what the other tortoises were. It's crazy, huh? He's so tiny. He's so cute. So I'm just gonna sprinkle water on him. There you go, buddy. And at this age, you don't know if he's a boy or girl still. So we just decided that he was a boy because I believe the previous owner said he was a boy, or they just referred to him as a boy. So yeah, just gonna let him soak for 15 minutes again. And yeah, we do this weekly for the tortoises, but for Eric, we do every 2 weeks during the winter. And this is how you soak them. You just put them in warm water and just let them soak. During the summertime, I do the temperature of the water that it is, just because it's hot during the summers and the water is a little bit cooler, so I feel like it's refreshing for them. But here during the winter, we do have to warm it up, so always make sure that it's lukewarm water around 90 degrees. So it's been 15 minutes and we are gonna put him away and let him eat. Leopard tortoises do not brumate, or they do not hibernate as well. So he does eat every day and gets water and all that, but we do give him his winter soaks, which is once a week. So yeah, he is probably enjoying all this water right now. You can see him moving. He's so cute, you guys. He's probably enjoying this water. He's like, hell yeah. Okay guys, I hope you guys subscribe, like, and share. I am trying to learn and grow as a homesteader here in Las Vegas, and that includes having a cat, tortoises, a lot of dogs, a lot of chickens, fish in our pond, and who knows what's next. Thank you for watching and take care.